Hi, this is Miss White coming at you with lesson 1.5, Noticing Descriptive Writing. Here's our learning target for today. Today, I will analyze how descriptive writing techniques make a piece of writing come alive so that I can notice and use descriptive writing techniques in my own writing. I'll know I've got it when I can find examples of descriptive writing techniques in my own book. So there are a few vocabulary words in that learning target, and I'm going to teach you those academic language words right now. So analyze. Analyze means to study something closely and carefully, to learn the nature and relationship of the parts of something by a close and careful examination. For example, he analyzed the text message Isabella sent him to see if she liked him. It's like thinking deeper beyond what you see to like what you think is really going on. Analysis. This is a careful study of something to learn about its parts, what they do, and how they're related to each other. Give me a detailed analysis of the crime scene. So analyze and analysis are cousins. What you do is you analyze, and the thing that you're doing is unanalysis. Give me a detailed analysis of blank. Okay, now we're going to start talking more about the writing and the techniques for descriptive writing. So there are 3 words that are kind of related that I'll tell you about. So when you're describing something, you're telling someone the qualities of something or someone. My friends describe me as the most beautiful, wonderful, intelligent person alive. How would your friends describe you? Descriptive. This just means a lot of detail, like someone is describing something a lot. Descriptive writing gives a lot of information about how something or someone looks, sounds, etc. My descriptive report on owls gave many details about owl skeletons. Description. This is a statement that tells you how something or someone looks, sounds, etc. A description of this room is it's colorful, it's small, and it smells like socks. Now I want you to try describing something. A description of, and then pick a place, is, and then give us a few details. Descriptive writing techniques add spice to your writing. If you don't have descriptive writing techniques or you're not using them, it's going to be like some plain rice. Sure, you can eat it and it will keep you alive, but it's not going to be fun. If you just eat plain rice by itself, it's okay, but it's not that great. When you add vegetables and spices and some oil, then you're adding descriptive detail. You're adding those techniques to make people want to read or want to eat your food. Okay, so the first thing that writers do is they will add sensory details. So imagine this sentence. The soccer game was fun. That's not that interesting. So if I wanted to make it a little more interesting, I could add the sounds, sights, tastes, smells, and feels that you feel at the soccer game. So like the crowd's cheer rang through the air as my uncle leapt into the air, kicking the soccer ball into the net with a loud swoosh. So I'm like doing sound, I'm doing sight. I could smell the I don't know, sometimes I see like people with like food trucks, like I saw a pupusa food trucks. I could smell the pupusas cooking, and I could feel the sharp grass between my toes because I wasn't wearing shoes. You're adding sensory details to make the reader feel like they're there. Something else you can do is pump up your word choice. This is when we're talking about parts of speech. There are 9 parts of speech, but today we're only focusing on 3 of them. So today you're going to focus on adjectives, verbs, and adverbs. Adjectives are describing words, verbs are action words, an adverb is kind of like something in between, where you're describing an action. So the more specific the better. That means you wouldn't say, it was nice. Okay, nice is an adjective, but it's not very descriptive. Descriptive adjectives are adjectives like shining, sharp, color adjectives, something where we can really picture it. And the same with verb. Like you could say, I'm here, she said. Said is the verb. Or you could say, I'm here, she yelled. That changes the meaning and it's more specific. Figurative language. We're going to focus on 3 of these. You might have learned about these when you were studying poetry in the past. So when writers add figurative language, it also spices up their writing. One technique they can use is personification. Personification is when you give a human trait to something that's not human. Like the leaves danced on the wind, or the angry sore was visible, or my heart was competing with my head. The last 2 we're going to talk about are metaphor and simile. They're basically the same thing. They're just, with a simile, you use like or as, and with a metaphor, you don't. So they're comparing 2 unlike things. So for example, if I want to say, my friend is really slow, instead of just saying my friend is slow, I could say she is a snail. That's a metaphor. Like obviously she's not actually a snail. And then a simile is she's as slow as a snail. So it means the same, it's just a little bit different with the like or as versus not. Okay, for your assignment, you are going to find something to read. I suggest going on to Mayan and looking at your favorites. It might be easier to do this with fiction than nonfiction, but good writers use these techniques in whatever they write, so you should be able to find them anywhere. Put the title of what you read here, and then down below, you're gonna hunt for 4 different techniques. So if I find 4 details about what you see in the text, sorry, that doesn't count. I could find one about see, I could find one about taste, I could find a strong verb, I could find a simile, and then it'd be done. I suggest that you partner up with someone because it will be a lot easier if you work together and talk about it. This column to the left is the different descriptive writing techniques that I just taught you. In the middle is an example. And then here is where you write exactly what it said and what you read. So if you read the rain pounded on the roof, you write that here for sound. That's it. Thanks.